You know the feeling? It's a scorching afternoon, your drink's sweating, you reach for ice, and either the tray's empty, your fridge ice maker is painfully slow, or worse, you're stuck chewing on hard cubes that feel like you're biting gravel. You've heard about those soft, chewable nugget ice makers, the kind you get at Sonic, but most of them cost a fortune, take up half your counter, or break after a few months. And some just don't deliver. If that sounds familiar, you're not alone. Thousands of people are searching for an affordable nugget ice maker that actually works, doesn't sound like a lawnmower, and won't jam up after a few uses. That's where the EUHOMY Nugget Ice Maker countertop comes in. It's compact, portable, and promises to give you chewable nugget ice in just 6 minutes, without the headache or the high price tag. At just $189, this little machine claims to produce up to 34 pounds of ice a day, run quietly, and clean itself with the push of a button. It's already become a hit on Amazon, especially for folks with RVs, home bars, or small kitchens. But here's the question no one seems to be answering honestly. Can this budget-friendly machine really replace those $500 models? And what about the quirks? Because yes, based on real user reviews, there are some things you absolutely need to know before you click buy. So stick with me. In this video, I'm going to walk you through the build quality, show you how it performs in real-world use, and share what actual buyers are loving and warning others about. You'll even hear about a frustrating flaw that surprised many customers, and it might be a deal breaker depending on how you plan to use it. Quick heads up, the purchase links are in the description and pinned comment. These special deals are for a limited time only and could disappear at any moment. See one that fits what you're looking for, click it, add it to your cart, and act fast. This might be your last chance to grab it at that price. At first glance, the EUHOMY Nugget Ice Maker doesn't scream luxury appliance, but it absolutely nails the essentials of smart, compact design. It's surprisingly lightweight at under 20 pounds, and with dimensions just under 13 inches tall and under a foot wide, it fits easily on most countertops without crowding your kitchen or bar area. Whether you're using it at home, in an RV, or even taking it along to a weekend camping trip, the sturdy built-in handle makes it genuinely portable. And that's not just a gimmick. It feels solid and secure in your hand, not like something you'd expect from a sub-$200 device. The finish is clean and modern, especially in the black version we looked at. It blends in easily with stainless steel or matte black appliances. There's a large viewing window up top so you can actually watch the ice being made, which, let's be honest, is oddly satisfying, and a built-in scoop holder on the back that keeps things tidy when not in use. Now, a key design win here is how accessible everything is. The removable top cover makes it far easier to get inside the machine for cleaning or troubleshooting, which, as we'll talk about later, becomes really important over time. Many pricier machines seal everything up, making it almost impossible to clean the internals properly. EUHOMY clearly had real-life use in mind here. But let's not skip the red flags. The exterior housing is entirely plastic. While that keeps the weight down and costs low, it does mean you'll want to be careful about bumps or knocks, especially if you're moving it frequently. It's not fragile, but it doesn't have that ultra-premium durability feel either. Also, some users have reported that the machine occasionally misreads the ice level, stopping production early or continuing when the basket is already close to full. That's a sensor placement issue. Not a deal breaker, but something that could require the occasional nudge or manual adjustment. Still, for the price and size, the design is thoughtfully executed and surprisingly user-friendly. In the next section, we'll test those promises about 6-minute ice, low noise, and that famous sonic crunch. Is it really nugget ice, or just another letdown? Let's talk about what really matters: how this little machine performs when it's crunch time. Literally, the EUHOMY Nugget Ice Maker promises chewable nugget ice in as little as 6 minutes. And yes, technically, that first bit of ice does begin to drop around the 6 to 8 minute mark, but here's the catch: it's just a few nuggets. You're not filling a full glass until at least 20 to 30 minutes in. So if you're hosting a party or trying to prep for a full day on the lake, you'll want to start early. Or even better, batch it, bag it, and freeze it in advance. Now, once it gets going, it can crank out up to 34 pounds of ice per day, which is impressive for a countertop unit at this size and price point. In practice, that's enough to keep up with regular home use. Iced coffee, cocktails, kids' drinks, but not quite enough to keep up with a dozen guests all reaching for the same cooler. Think of it more as a personal use powerhouse, not a party workhorse. The texture of the ice? Honestly, it's really close to what you get at Sonic. Soft, crunchy, and totally addictive. It doesn't hurt your teeth, and it doesn't water down your drink too fast. It's ideal for everything from smoothies to whiskey on the rocks, or just chewing straight out of the cup. Noise-wise, it runs under 50 decibels, and most users agree. It's not silent, but it's way quieter than older machines or commercial units. You'll hear a gentle humming and some gurgling as water cycles through, but nothing disruptive. You could still carry on a phone call or enjoy a movie nearby without cranking the volume. Now, here's a real-world heads up. The ice in the basket isn't kept frozen, which means it starts to melt if you leave it sitting for long. The machine recycles the meltwater into new ice, but it does mean you'll occasionally come back to a half-melted batch, especially in warmer rooms. You've got to stay on top of it or use the ice quickly. Here's where a lot of countertop ice makers lose people: daily use and cleaning. It's one thing to make good ice, it's another to do it without becoming a part-time technician. Thankfully, the EUHOMY Nugget ice maker is relatively user-friendly. The control panel is refreshingly simple. One main button that toggles between ice and clean, with indicators for add water and ice full. That's it. No app, no touchscreens, no confusing menus. For many users, especially in the 40-plus crowd who don't want another overly complicated gadget, that's a win. Now let's talk water. It uses a 1.2-quart internal tank, so there's no need to hook it up to plumbing. Just pour in filtered water and you're good to go. And yes, filtered water makes a difference, both in taste and machine longevity. Cleaning, though, is where you'll need to stay on top of things. The self-cleaning function is a nice feature. You hold the button for a few seconds, and it runs a 15-minute rinse cycle. It helps, but it's not enough on its own. Real users have noted that, after weeks or months of use, mineral buildup and possible residue inside the internal components can affect performance or even stop the machine from working altogether. That's why the removable top cover is such a smart design move. You can actually get inside with a soft brush or cloth and see what you're cleaning. One user even restored a dead unit by flushing it manually with warm water and vinegar, something you'd never manage with a fully sealed machine. So yes, it requires a little hands-on maintenance, especially if you're using it daily. But at least you can clean it properly. Just keep in mind, there's no built-in drainage valve, so you'll need to manually tip and drain any leftover water, especially if you plan to store it for a while. That can be a bit clumsy, but not a deal breaker. Bottom line, it's not maintenance-free, but it's much more manageable than many competitors in this price range. And if you stay consistent with cleaning, this machine can deliver long-term. So, what's the final word on the EUHOMY Nugget Ice Maker? This machine isn't trying to be a commercial-grade workhorse, and that's exactly why it works. For under $200, you get soft, chewable nugget ice, a compact and portable design, and a product that, when maintained properly, can be a game-changer for everyday drinks. It's ideal for personal use, small households, RV adventures, or anyone who just loves good ice without the $500 price tag. But it's not for everyone. If you're planning to host large parties or need ice on demand 24/7, you may outgrow its speed and capacity. And if you're looking for a plug-it-in-and-forget-it appliance, keep in mind that it does need some regular cleaning and attention to stay in top shape. That said, it's not just an appliance, it's your ice partner. And if you value convenience, portability, and that satisfying crunch in every sip, this one's hard to beat for the money. If you're thinking about grabbing one, check the link below for the latest price or any current discounts. This model tends to sell out fast, especially during summer. And I'd love to hear from you. What's your favorite drink to pair with nugget ice? Drop it in the comments. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and let me know your favorite kitchen gadget you can't live without. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next review.